welcome again to Marilyn. She's been apparently created Lady Mayoress of her village, and she's wearing the baubles. That's what around your neck, isn't it? Is it a small village? Is it?
This is very expensive. Honest to goodness, it's an American designer. It's very expensive, and I will show the people.
Oh,
Look, see, look, like that. And it really is very, very pretty and sparkly.
oh,
And you can wrap it round, you can do whatever you like with it.
it's
It's great. It's really
it,
lovely. And if you're like under night lights or candlelight, then it really sparkles. But yes, I'm off to oh, it looks like a dog collar now. I'm off to a 90th birthday lunch today. So that's right, I'm all tarted up.
well, you're not 90, are you?
And I
I
think the
mentioned that because there's been trouble at GB News. I don't know whether you're aware of this, but
no.
there's a young lady on the breakfast show that said it's the first time I've worked on my birthday. Ellie is, I don't, well, she's turned out to be, she's caused a riot. Apparently, her companion on the breakfast show, Stephen, said and confirmed she was 45. Now,
Doesn't
it
look
turned
it.
out to be an April Fool's Day joke. Nobody got it. They've had thousands of replies. She turns out to be 33. So I kindly ask you that you didn't. Well, I exaggerated somewhat. Anyway, I do like the mayoress's bangle. It's very
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I thought I'd just tart myself up a bit instead of wearing it. I mean, honestly, truly, I thought, can I literally do this morning with just a blouse on because it's so cold. And when I walked the dog this morning, it was -5.
Oh,
Beautiful blue sky. And yeah, I mean, the dog loves it. She absolutely loves it when it's icy.
oh well, I'm sure.
I don't know whether it tickles their paws or something, but she was like, or whether her feet just get cold.
Well,
Because I think in New York, when my son lived in New York, the people there, they put their dogs have little shoes that they wear.
that's New York.
It
Not
can only
much.
be it can only be in America, couldn't it? They literally have
Good.
little paw
Won't
boots.
be York very much longer with their new mayor, I'll tell you. The
Oh,
disaster waiting to happen there.
absolutely right.
Anyway, your
Ah,
cold wind has blown right down to into Africa, actually. And we've never known it so cold here. It's a darn sight warmer than you got it.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
But,
this is typical. I mean, we had snow the other day, and I was walking the dog at 7 in the morning. Started off as sleet. By the time I got to the field, it was literally horizontal snow blizzard.
oh, no,
And the
don't do
dog is
that.
looking at me like, "Why am I here?"
Yes. Why do I suffer? Captivity is the answer. Which leads us on to our first item because we're going to touch on the dear BBC on a number of occasions today. It's rotten right to its core, and getting rid of the top two is going to do nothing at all. I will illustrate, well, with various things along the way. They are completely hooked on LGBT plus, on trans, goodness knows what they. That's an example actually that we must give because they are supporting and have supported for years, even decades, cleverly. People like Laurel, now she, it is now 43, weightlifter, and she started this when she was 35, and she was lauded, supported by the BBC. Now, I can't think of anything worse than a fella competing against a lady in that division of sport because it's an obvious massive muscle advantage. But they were supporting her. It was new ground. And oh, I mean, it goes on because literally, if the member of staff of the BBC felt uncomfortable with this situation, this pushiness of trans, and actually mentioned it as an example. Somebody mentioned once, about rugby, it could be very dangerous
Oh,
having a fella in a rugby scrum as a matter of interest.
absolutely.
And they were told by the BBC local management, if you say any more about it, we'll report you to the police for hate speech. This is truly shocking.
It's
Don't believe
dreadful.
it. It is true. The BBC are rotten and infected to the core. The core was hit, of course, by the overseas world service, the Arab service, when they put out there an adjunct to the fact that if they saw a Jew, shoot the Jew and burn the body. This was said on open air through their once respected international service. It is truly shocking. You cannot get rid of a cancer by treating.
No, you can't. You can't. And I mean, also, I mean, as I've said before, a fish rots from the head down. So the chairman should have gone as well. He should have gone. I know the other two went, but he should have gone. He's party to it as
Of
well.
course he is. And there's
And I can't believe why he's been allowed to stay. And we are paying for it. So why can't we have a say in who goes and what happens?
Well, we should be able to, but the fact is that somebody's got to come along, which we suggested before, an entrepreneur, get hold of the BBC. There's still goodwill there because it's the BBC. And a good entrepreneur would make a good new start and say, right, that's it. The whole lot's got to go.
Exactly.
And many people have said the NHS are exactly the same. You cannot use sticking plaster.
Yeah, it's just awful. It's just awful. I mean, and they never listen. They've never changed anything. Time and time again, you've had the situation with one abuser after another. It's gone on and on, hasn't it? It keeps on coming out, right back to Stuart Hall's day and all of that. And they just don't deal with it. They don't deal with it. And it's got too big. And it's got far too big. And people are, like you go on about LGBT and all of that in sport and everything. I mean, yeah, I mean, once you've gone through puberty, then of course the testosterone builds up the muscle mass, doesn't it? So you're going to even if you have all the drugs that make you into a woman, you I've never seen anyone that looks effective, I have to say. You you can't change the shape of someone's hands and fingers, can you?
No,
Do you know what I mean?
no,
I mean, you can even see in a baby, I think sometimes. I was in a restaurant yesterday, and there was a little boy next to me, and I said, and he was 11 months old, and I said, you could put him in pink, and he'd still look like a boy. You could just tell, and he had, the hands, the boy hands, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? And you can tell, I think, when you see a baby girl, you've only got to look at their hands, their fingers, and their little fingernails. You just know by looking at them, and I just get sick of it. I really do. I always say, well done, J.K. Rowling. And Sharon Davis is another one. She follows me on Twitter, and she's another one that comes out, shouting out about it. And so they should. And it damages people. It causes a hell of a lot of mental health issues.
Called common sense, Marilyn.
But I think it is a mental health issue sometimes. I think people.
Oh yes, in many.
I do think it is a mental health problem that they have this what's it called? Body dysmorphia or whatever it is. They don't like. Much more needs to be done about why somebody actually wants to do it and should they. And there will be a few genuine ones, but I don't believe it is as much as people say. I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, there we go. Let me go on to free-range birds.
Oh,
whether that's linked, I don't know. Let me tell you, if you go for a free-range turkey or a free-range chicken, you're going to be paying an extra 30% to 200% extra because it's free range. Now, there you go. There's a bold statement, but let me tell you about cheating governments. And because we've got the bird flu, and there's various ways of treating this. We like killing our cattle, birds, whatever it is in the UK. Other countries accept injections, but in this particular case, it spreads like wildfire and can actually reach a point, if we're not careful, that it'll spread to the human being. So we've got to be careful.
Wasn't there someone the other day? Um, there was someone the other day, I can't remember who it was, that that has actually caught it. Someone, I don't know whether it was in England, but it was the first
Yeah,
person.
you can get the occasional
Yeah.
bug that breaks through, but in essence, it's not got into the human chain. But if you think about what happens with these birds, if they're not free range, there's up to 13 birds every square meter if
Mm,
it's an indoor bird.
don't, I
It's
can't, I
not
don't.
very good, is it? Especially if it's a turkey, for goodness sake. Now, the other thing we've got to mention about avian flu is it affects turkeys, chickens, and even eggs, would you believe? And you've got a government organization called DEFRA, looks after the farming communities, etc., and it keeps them within the law. But does it? Because DEFRA have, in my words, colluded on something that is diabolical. They've let farmers who hitherto have had no problems with free range putting the birds out. The idea, of course, is that actually, strangely, they will communicate more germs outside than inside. One of the reasons is that foxes get and other beasties get this germ and pass it on. So if they're inside, even though they're up breathing the next door bird's air in confined circumstances, it spreads less. Anyway, for whatever reason, it's better that they come indoors. The average life of a chicken in these circumstances before it's killed to be eaten is between 8 and 13 weeks. Not much joy there, is it? Short lifespan in a confined prison cell. Well, that's what we put up with in the interests of cheapness. Turkey's a bit better. They've got 14 to 24 weeks lifespan, and then they are culled, killed, prepared for our table. A lot of people have become, of course, vegetarians because of all this. They don't like what goes on, but the rest of us like our protein and we like our cheap protein. Now, where's the story? Well, it's very simple. DEFRA have come along and basically said to the farmers, shh, we won't tell if it's free range if you don't tell. So keep your birds indoors and you're allowed to claim their free range.
Well, this is also the thing about when people go, like they say, barn eggs, free range eggs, and you've got barn eggs. They are actually they're not free range. They're literally in that barn pecking away. I can still remember when I was a little girl of 11, we went on holiday to the Isle of Wight and we stayed on a farm, and that's because I am passionately fond of all animals. And the farmer said, "Do you want to come and get the eggs with me in the morning?" So off I went. I was ill for 2 days with a soaring temperature, not with a virus or anything, but the sight of these battery hens in behind all those cages. I can still see it now, behind all those cages with all the feathers from their neck gone. And it was horrific. And the smell was disgusting. I mean, chicken manure stinks, doesn't it?
Let me tell you that you're dead right. You think birds are badly treated in UK. You should try Spain.
Oh yeah.
There's loads of chicken sheds as you drive down
Mm,
the motorway.
mm,
And
mm.
these chicken sheds are probably half a kilometre from the motorway. The smell, even at that distance,
Terrible. It is
unbelievable.
disgusting. And I know chicken manure is very good for plants, right? So I bought some chicken because I bought some chicken manure pellets, yeah, and I put it I put it all around the garden, and I put it on some of the pot plants and stuff like that, right? My kids came round and was sat out on the patio having wine and everything, and I could see them going,
Funny smell.
but what's that stench, Mum? I went, oh, it's the chicken manure pellets. I went, oh, couldn't you have done it after we'd gone?
They're
And
very good. They're very good.
it is very good. But it's all right for Roger because with the Parkinson's, he's lost his sense of smell. So he was sat there like Happy Larry, and everybody else is nearly passing out with the smell. And of course, the pot plants were all around the patio. And it is the most disgusting smell. It really is. It's horrible. It is. But I tell you what, though,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of turkey. I think it's overrated. I think it's dry. I don't like it at all.
What's the cost of turkey these days?
I don't know. I mean,
Frozen one.
I don't ever buy frozen. I never buy frozen meat. I never buy frozen chicken or anything
If you
because I
can
think they
help it,
bulk
yeah.
it up with water, and I don't ever.
Well, we've got the privilege in parts of Spain of getting overseas supermarkets, and you can buy an Iceland product, and it's not a medium turkey. It's frozen, of course, Iceland.
No.
It's to me a small turkey, and we're asked to pay the privilege price of £50.
Yeah, it would be about that. I
Oh
would,
my goodness
I
me!
would think it. Yeah, I would think it would be a big turkey. I think you're talking
Oh no,
probably.
well you're not for no. It's a small one. If I
Oh
give you if
God!
I give you a turkey crown,
Ugh.
it's
Do you get
cheaper. It's £49. Whoa, like, for goodness
my
sake!
daughter in Bermuda, right? I do not like goose. I don't particularly like game anyway. I mean, pheasant, anything like that. I don't. It's too too gamey. It's I don't
Too
know.
strong.
It's too strong. Anyway, have you ever tried? And I love it. It's capon.
Yes,
I
yes,
like capon because it's like halfway between a bird and a chicken and a turkey,
yes.
and it's so much more moist and tasty. It's the
It
cock
is, but you
bird,
have to
isn't it?
cook it carefully.
Yeah, but it's a cock bird, isn't it? It's the man bird, isn't it?
Well, I
It's
don't
very
care.
popular in America, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But even over here, because I was going to order one a couple of years ago, and we ended up going out to someone else's house. But even then, it was £50 for a capon.
Well, I don't know what it is here, but I tell you what, a cheaper and really nice option is for Christmas dinner, and we've done it before. Two turkey legs, one for him, one for her. Now you think, oh, that's horrible. I tell you what, it's beautiful.
Really?
Yes, you
I
cook
don't
it
know.
the
I mean, I
right
don't.
way, and there's loads of meat on it. And I'll tell you something else. It's £1 a leg.
Oh, crikey. Well, okay. I mean, but my daughter in Bermuda, so mother-in-law likes goose, right? And it's the amount of fat that comes out of it.
Oh,
And she pays, wait for it, the equivalent of £250 for a goose.
oh, my giddy aunt.
I nearly fell over when I had to get it. We went over there about 3 or 4 years ago, and can you pick up the goose from from the butcher's, whatever? And I nearly fell over. How much? I don't want to buy a flock. I just want one.
No, no, I don't want. Yeah. Well, let's move on and get some cheerful news now. From turkey legs, we go to Richard Branson. Whether there's a connection there, I don't know. But he's done us all a favour, especially if you're a regular traveller between England and France through the Channel. Now, of course, stupid UK has been ripped off, and we have for years, because you notice the fares through the Channel are sometimes ridiculous. People don't like using the boat, don't want to be seasick for whatever reason, or go by the tunnel. And unless you get a special offer, you're going to be fleeced.
Yeah.
And the reason is that this is an Anglo-French design and build, but the French have usually done their charm on us and they've got the monopoly. It's a French company. Richard Branson has broken it. In 2030, you'll be able to go Virgin, and you watch the prices come down.
It is extortionate because we were in London a short time ago, and the queues for Eurostar were, and I thought I wouldn't mind doing that. Let me just have a look at the price. I couldn't believe the prices. I mean, I don't think it was I think they're about £300 or something. It is a lot of money.
If
Well,
you're
good on
taking
Richard.
a mobile home on there, well, I don't know, sell it the other end and make a fortune. You need a mortgage. You have to go into one of the taller carriages, but even so, they rip you off.
But the queues. I mean, people have obviously got the money. The queues to get on there. I said you're incredible. I mean, there was all the
It
school
is
children.
quicker than the boat. I mean,
Oh
we
yeah,
take an
definitely. I
awful
mean,
lot.
it is without a doubt. I mean, it's an ingenious thing, really. But the queues, there were loads of French kids, school kids, in the October. It was the October half term, that's right. And they'd obviously come over. Well, they do, don't they? And there were just hundreds and hundreds of kids going back on Eurostar. It must have cost a fortune. I couldn't believe it.
Well, getting a coach is cheaper that way. Moving on, he says quickly, but staying in Southern Europe, in Spain in particular, they're really having a go at the foreigners imbibing too much alcohol. And the limits now have changed literally this last week dramatically. You only need one small tin of lager to put you over the limit. Yes,
Wow.
and you're going to be fined up to €1,000 on the spot. So be careful, people coming over to Spain. This is how they raise a lot of tax money, of course.
Wait, are you saying you can't go out for a drink anymore then?
Basically, in drive, you can have a small.
Well, I understand that, the driving bit, but my son's just flown out to Mallorca this morning. Is Mallorca coming under Spain or is
Oh
it?
yeah, 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 yeah. And no, this is if you're driving, of course.
Okay. Well, I understand. I think that's fair enough.
No, you can get smashed all night in Mallorca or anywhere else. It includes, of course, the Canary Islands. So there we are. Do be careful. It also includes electric scooters, which is a plague in Spain. They're rotten.
And here, and here. And I object to them being on the pavements. And I think it should be mandatory to wear helmets.
Yes.
You see them in and out, they're on their phones. They're in and out, weaving through on the pavements.
That's right.
If there was a child that just came running out of a
Yeah.
shop or an elderly
And
person.
they weigh a ton, these vehicles.
They do, and I take great exception to it. There should be much more stricter laws on it. It really drives me nuts.
Yes.
And they haven't even got a little lane that they drive down, do they? I mean, they are literally weaving in and out, and it's terrible. And I've
Well,
often said,
the real poison where it really affects people in Spain is that you've got absolute rights to use a pedestrian crossing. And even though you do mad things like walk in front, it's always the driver's fault. Who consensual behaviour like we have in Britain. Look to the right, look to the left. If it's safe, put your foot on the crossing. No, it's always safe. It's mad. Twice as many as people are killed in Spain.
yes,
In
yes,
Britain.
yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
when you put somebody, that's supposed to be a pedestrian on one of these e-bikes, and they just shoot across in front of you.
I know. I mean, they do it
it's
here. They do it here. And I've often said, if a child was literally just like they do, they're not always in a buggy, are they? If a child, as you often see them running ahead of their parents, and a
Yeah,
bike just comes up and round the corner, it'll take you out.
yeah.
You'd see it all the time here, and they're not wearing of helmets. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
No, there you
Crazy.
go. But there again, you see, it's the same shoplifting thing for the police. They can't be bothered.
Mm,
Oh, minor crime. Well, it's not if you're killing somebody.
exactly, exactly. And they don't, and they actually terrorize the police. Actually, they don't give a monkeys. They really are. They're like bandits. Honestly.
Well, we'll stick abroad for a little bit longer because 1 in 5 Brits wants out. in the
Yes.
UK. One in
If I
five.
could, if I could, I would.
Yep, and it depends on our circumstances, etc.
Exactly.
Obligations,
Hmm.
family.
Hmm.
There's lots to be taken into account. But these are the following figures to bear in mind.
Hmm.
Recently announced. Why do people come out of Britain, apart from the obvious at the moment? Because Britain, of course, is in one of the most miserable places to live.
Oh, it is honestly misery. You get up in the morning. I've just done another media show before yours, and I said you get up in the morning and you dread listening to the news.
Yes,
And yet it's compelling. You like think, well, I don't want to, but what else could possibly they have done now? And you go on and you listen to it and you think, oh my God, here we go again. I mean, that's changed since yesterday. Then by the lunchtime comes and you think, oh my goodness, now there's something else. And by the evening and every single day, and you think, why am I watching this? It's so depressing. And yet there's this compulsion that says I have to watch it. And I mean, I never, ever, ever listened to Prime Minister's Question Time. But now, because Keir Starmer, never hear Starmer, is always somewhere else, you can rely on David Lammy, the comedic clown. And it's a.
yeah, the clown is there.
Honestly, you saw there was a photo that we had this photo on this show just now of Lammy, Keir, and Rachel Reeves, right? And I said you could just superimpose on that the three wise monkeys. They haven't got a brain cell between them.
Well, it's a vicious one, isn't it?
I mean, it was Lammy. He said, wasn't it? He said about something about he was confused about when you chose the Pope, whether it was black or white smoke or something. It's a numpty. He's a numpty. And Rachel Reeves says any woman aged so much. I
Uh,
mean, honestly,
doesn't
she
look well
looks
on the case.
awful. She looks awful. And that's because she's a woman under pressure who's doing a job that she is inept to do.
Yeah, completely unsuited for. Let me give you some figures. 45% choose to go abroad. Number one, lifestyle,
Yeah.
more relaxed.
Hmm.
I would have thought it was the sunshine, but it's way down the list, actually. Things must be bad in Britain. So they move from UK to Spain. Number one, lifestyle. Number two, rising costs in Britain. Well, inflation. 22% move because of property prices. They've gone up everywhere, property prices, but nowhere near what the UK has been in the
I
last
think,
10 years.
yeah, I think the trouble is though here now though people are really struggling to sell. I've got a friend of mine who needs to sell, and it's because she's got a lovely house, but they are struggling because I think people are waiting for whatever the bad news is going to bring from the budget next week.
Nothing's going to happen till next
And
week.
but also, I tell you what, I was watching, and I've never been there, and I'd love to go. And I don't know if you've ever been to the Isle of Man, have you?
Oh, yes, many times.
I've never been, and it was on. I like watching Escape to the Country because it's people that don't want to get out of London and they were saying they don't have any. Oh, what do you call it? Oh, what's that tax you pay when you buy a house? What's the
Well,
tax?
stamp duty.
Yes, stamp duty. That's right. They don't have any stamp duty, and of course you don't pay any tax, do you? So,
Well, I think it used to be 10%.
but what a beautiful, beautiful
It's a
place.
gorgeous place. Beware, because we used to do a lot of supporting of the motorcyclists over there.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
So
TNT
we're
races.
regular
Yeah,
visitors.
yeah, the
And having
TNT.
said that, the weather, unless you're very lucky, because it is a gorgeous place,
I mean, I was
it's awful.
amazed.
It's Northern Ireland weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Because it comes straight up. But
So nice folk, rotten weather.
it is. Well, yeah. Anywhere up north is rotten weather. But I think they were lucky when they actually filmed this program over 2 or 3 days they were there. It was beautiful blue skies and sunshine, and I thought, I'm sure it's not like this all the time. It's too near Ireland. But when you go to the top of the island there, I mean, there's so many fields, and the water was clear, like really clean water
So
around
it's
it.
a lovely place, and
And
it's
you can
very
see
rich.
you can see across to Ireland, Scotland, England,
You get
Wales.
all three countries there.
Brilliant,
No,
beautiful
we're
place.
fans of the island for various reasons. So there you go. everybody coming to Spain. And the next best reason is the weather, because especially on the coast, sometimes inland it can be very cold in Spain, as we are at the moment.
Don't run that one past me.
Well, there you go.
-5 here today. Don't you?
Oh,
Start what?
well, actually,
19
it can be
degrees.
much
Goodness
lower than that in
me.
the interior of Spain. Spain is the capital of pneumonia.
Oh, really?
It is, and the reason is you can go out, let's say, near Madrid, which is in the center of Spain, which has got a continental climate. It can be really warm, the sun, and yet the wind is very cold. And you go out there half dressed and thinking, oh, this is gorgeous. Quickest way to pick up pneumonia going, I'll tell you. But there you go. So where do we come? We come to Spain, second country of choice. Believe it or not, you might not believe this in one of the items we're going to cover, Canada. Then, of course, there's Australia. And now in the frame is the United States.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why people are wanting to live.
Yeah, and Trump is offering some deal or something for people to go.
Yes, it's about 100 grand to get in the States, but not for us Brits. Get out of Starmerland, he's basically said, and we'll let you in.
That's right.
Temptation.
That's that. Absolutely. And there's so many places over there you could live, and beautiful places. I mean, when my son and his wife went over there, and they lived in New York for 2.5 years, and they made it a mission to try every weekend. They really hit the ground running, and they would like fly to one different state after another. And they brought one of those great big maps where they could sort of scratch in the ones they'd gone to. And some of the photos, I mean, there's some beautiful places there.
Oh, fantastic.
And we went to Maine, right up, on the sort of northeast coast, and that was stunning. And all the lighthouses and this absolutely beautiful place. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, it's just, 'cause I know people say they don't like, well, my son has just been over there to Washington, to the White House, and he gave a presentation at the White House press office for McDonald's, 70 years anniversary of McDonald's. And they managed to get Donald Trump to turn up because Donald Trump loves McDonald's. And what an experience. I mean, I could not believe it. He rang me last Thursday and said, Mum, they're flying me out on Saturday to Washington. I went, oh. And he said, yeah. He said, and it's Tuesday was his anniversary. And I went, well, why are you going Saturday? Oh, because I've got to do this presentation, blah, blah, blah. And we're being sightseeing around Washington. I like Washington. I think it's nice. And like, he was also surprised, as I was when I went there, that the White House is so much smaller than you think. But he said Trump was really nice. Really, really nice.
Well,
And
there
also,
you go. Listen, you can't go wrong supporting McDonald's. Yeah, you can. We move on finally about this particular segment, and there are negatives about coming to Spain, and the surveys covered that. What do you regret in coming to Spain? Number one, the isolation. Now, this is for certain people. Especially if you've not got the language, it's easy to feel isolated. It's a big place. If you go to an inland pueblo, you're going to be only one there that doesn't speak the lingo. So that's one thing to be aware of. Number two, the bureaucracy.
oh gosh, yeah, Portugal's
Not
the same.
improved. We've been here 40 odd years. It's awful. And it's getting worse.
Portugal was the same when we lived there. It was horrendous.
It is bureaucratic, but believe you me,
It's worse than
we're
Spain.
resident in Portugal, nowhere near the level of Spain.
Really?
And say that the authorities, the bureaucrats in Portugal, are really mostly very nice. You cannot say that in Spain. They use and abuse their position and make you, what are you doing over here? I mean, they don't say that, but that's what they think, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's the attitude. You see it, don't you?
Awful. And it's better than it used to be, but not much. So there you go. There's your negative. And the other one is finally the protected costs that you don't realize. It is a completely different country. And we're used to paying English taxes, even when you're buying a house, as an example. But the number of taxes buying a house here and the bureaucracy, it's not cheap. And unless you're prepared for it, do your homework first and speak to somebody that's lived in Spain as an expat
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you decide there
Yeah.
are negatives here.
Yeah. 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 Well,
There you
there's
go.
always negatives, isn't there? I mean, nowhere is perfect. And I
Yeah.
think people think, oh, the grass is always greener. And it isn't. They
No.
just have different sorts of problems.
Yes, very left-wing government here, but entirely different than Britain. And moving on, we promise you more about the Dear Beeb. We have it. We've mentioned half of this before, but they've really been taken to task about their whole attitude throughout the whole organization about trans. They've been promoting this, especially in the last decade, something rotten. It's no good, as we've mentioned, getting rid of the top dogs if you're not going for the whole outfit. And by this, I mean people, when they've done programs, always are urged to experiment with trans, to experiment and be lauded that you're finding your real self. Don't worry about taking the drugs, having your breasts bound, and it's pushed the whole time. They have never done one program giving the opposite.
No, you see, that's the trouble.
And
That's
the
the danger,
negative.
isn't it? It's dangerous.
And the BBC's charter says you've got to be even-handed. They've done loads of programs. They featured, are you gay? Are you trans? It's great. And you're really cajoled into all this.
Well, I think that's true with a lot of the youngsters. I think it's almost become like a fashionable cult.
Yes, exactly that.
You know, that if what amazes me is that parents, you see them saying, oh, my child's transitioning. Really? And they're like, it's almost like a badge of, oh, aren't I sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I'm not proactive, but sort of radical. You know, I'm radical because I mean, honestly, I mean, truly, I mean, oh, God. I don't get it because if that was my child, I would have to do a lot of investigating with them and researching with them. I wouldn't just go put them into a clinic and go, there you are, let's get on with that then. I mean, it's bonkers. I do think half the world is going mad. I really do.
Yeah, well, whatever the cause, this is just an example. The other thing, of course, is the mad climate change.
Oh,
The way that is so important. It's just literally this morning been announced that in UK you'll be paying higher gas prices this winter and electricity prices. Now, not by much, don't panic, folks. It's 0.02% or something minimal. But when everywhere else in Europe it's going down, you've got the blessed Ed with his
don't get me
windmills
started.
that's caused all this. We've got more gas than anybody, and we can't use it because of these idiots in control.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It really is. I mean, oh dear God. I mean, wherever you look, the government, wherever you look, is just run by numpties. They've got a brain cell between them. I mean,
And not run very well.
they really are. There is no one on that front bench who has done anything in the business world or entrepreneurial stuff. Nothing, none.
No.
So they don't understand what it means to get up every morning and like earn a crust for yourself. And, they don't get it. They just don't get it. And Starmer is like impervious. He must have the rind of the skin of an elephant because, I mean, sure, he seems to be completely oblivious to, he's not reading the audience, to how people literally hate him. And I mean, he never gets any good press. How can you keep going? How
I'm thinking back even 20 years now, and looking at satire. Oh, there is a need for satire at the
Oh,
moment.
well, that'd be hate speech now.
Exactly that. They've even stopped the comedians being
Oh,
funny.
it's crazy.
It's hopeless. We've got to go, Duck. We finished very spectacularly, but I'm going to be more spectacular. Right up your street now. And that's there's talk about banning mobile phones even in secondary education schools. If you're a teenager, everybody's chatting, you can't take your phone to school. I say, hooray! I've got all the evidence as well. I don't need to say this to Australia. They've already done it. They've looked at educational needs and they've looked at the casualties that the phones cause
Hmm?
and they've banned them.
Absolutely right. I can see that there's an answer. You could have a halfway house where you have a locker or you hand the phone in and you pick it up at the end of the day. Because I do think the way the world is at the moment, and you've got, I'm not being funny, depending where you live in this country, you've got so many illegal migrants swanning around in places, especially around Hillingdon and Hounslow and around there. That there is a need with now you're coming home from school, it's getting dark, that you need, and it's dark in the morning when you leave for the school bus, that you might need it then. And I can buy into that, but you do not need it in school, and they should be all handed in and put in a personal locker or something. It does. It does. It definitely does make a difference to your social interaction, the mental health. You know, the bullying and all that. And I know schools that have done experiments where and there was a school I went to in January this year, and the head teacher said the number of year six children, the behaviour in year six had nosedived since so many year six children were given a phone, a mobile phone, smartphone for Christmas, obviously with the thought they're going to a secondary school. But she said the whole dynamic had just changed. And it does.
Yes,
It does.
it
Because
will.
people are like this all the time.
That's right. And Australia have seen the light, and they truly and it's up to the school. Yes, you can have your locker, and the danger period is going to school and out and
Hmm.
back to home. You can have it for various reasons. Also, if it's a private school, they make their own decisions. That will soon not be a problem in England. We won't have any. Do you know 50 private schools have been closed by these clowns that have decided we've all got to be equal? I'm talking about this present government, of course, in the United Kingdom, and they've lost 50
Terrible.
schools. It is
It's
wickedness.
dreadful. It's dreadful. I mean, I was only sounding this other show that was on earlier that but my fear is once these numpties have gone out in 3 years' time, 3.5 years' time, will they have done so much damage that we can't reverse it? They should be hung, drawn, and quartered. It's treason. It's treason. I mean, how can you have
Absolutely.
your own people sleeping on the streets when these people are housed in four-star hotels? It is absolutely outrageous.
And this can be said for the armed forces as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful. And I don't believe that Kemi Baden, not Kemi Baden, no, I don't believe that Shabana Mahmood is going to seriously change anything.
No, it can't happen. And those that know and the lawyers are rubbing their hands already. We've
Yeah,
already found loopholes in this.
of course. Of course.
ECHR will come
All
to
you
our
have to
rescue.
do is send them back.
That's too easy, Marilyn.
Oh, I know, but see, they
Um,
don't want to send them back.
no,
They
exactly.
don't want to do what is so patently obvious to anybody. I mean, anybody.
Well, anybody are going to vote not for the Labour Party, not for the Tories. Believe you me, they've actually seen an increase in the Greens,
Oh God, no.
despite Zach being he
No.
makes Half the cabinet look half intelligent, I'll tell you.
They could, honestly, the Greens are so lefty, so left, it's ridiculous. I mean, I wouldn't, see, I don't think it's healthy to get in with such a majority. I really don't. Because it stops debate, really.
No, we said that day one, and surely it has happened.
Yes,
And
it's
let me
dangerous.
finally say that I've listened to a long, no, it's not a tirade, it's a reasoned argument by Peter Hitchens, who is Sir Keir Starmer. Be very, very frightened. It's on YouTube.
Oh,
Anybody can download it. Peter Hitchens on his view about Sir Keir
write
Starmer.
that down.
It's absolutely hot, and it's about to be broadcast on our channels. And
Peter Hitchens.
to sum it up, he puts Sir Keir Starmer's Sir Keir Starmer at the left of Jeremy Corbyn. In
Oh,
other words, he's an out-and-out Trotskyist.
what?
And be very scared. It's very well handled and it's truthful. Anyway,
Right, I'll
on
listen
that
to that.
note,
How long is it?
oh, it's about 30 odd minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, but there you
I'll
go.
have a look.
Recommendations. And we'll see you in a few days when you've polished up your
My crown,
your
my
mayor,
tiara.
your tiara. That she's got a tiara that's slipped. Very nice.
No, that's my halo.
Yes, hello and goodbye. We'll see you very shortly. Bye.
Have a good day.